Hello, and welcome back to Doomed, solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. It does once again feel like a million years has passed since I have been here. Excuse me, in this chair. Welcome to Doomed, wonderful to have you all with us. If we recall, last time on Doomed, Marion approached the court of the ancients in the drowned city on the ancient continent, the ancient alien continent of Relia, and met her doom before waking up from her opium-addled sleep. Which means we're taking a do-over. You may have even noticed that there's no part one of this episode of this scenario on YouTube. That's because I only want to put this version on. As discussed on stream, whatever happens in today's stream is going to be canon and will continue on. Annoyingly, I'm not free next Saturday either, so this campaign's really starting to stretch, which is annoying because I'm excited to get to other new stuff, and I do love Marion, and this has been a lot of fun. But I'm excited to move on to some new stuff here. Oh, hey! Thank you, Crosshair. That's what a lovely message. Aragorn mentioned, had the same, I guess, prompt earlier. I don't know what anniversary it is, though. Yo, a Clips quote? Okay, don't click on the link, because that's incorrect. No, I know, Aragorn, I'm aware. I just, like, how many years have I been... Sorry, I guess what I mean is how many years have I been affiliate? You'd think I would know this. I do not. I do remember the June or the summer that I was like, guys, I have to get affiliate status. I'm going to stream every day this week, and I'm going to just keep streaming until I hit affiliate. And then, like, day one, I was like, oh, I was already there. Thank you, Theological Bear. And hello, and welcome to Doomed. I'm thrilled to be back. How is everybody? As mentioned before, as always, we're going to do a little recap of the story so far. We'll dive right in. Marion had an opium-addled dream of doom and destruction here at the court of the ancients. Is it actually? Well, that's fucking annoying. Friendly, different prairie dog bee style. I don't... that is so annoying. Guys, I will... Hang on. If it what? No, it's not. Just put a slash in between TV and friendly. Chat is not available as the VOD has expired. That's actually quite funny. Yeah, just put a slash in, and I will edit that right now. No, hang on. This worked for me. Maybe I'm the only one who can see it, though. Ooh. Also, why is there a colon? Whatever. Trekkalili to you too, Flower. Is that because we're trekking somewhere? Or is that because it's a Star Trek kind of day? I don't know. I'm not sure. I have to... What quote was that anyway? I have to fix this. 766. I'm going to fix this right away. Because I am... What? Excited to play some Arkham 766. It's such a silly clip. Ooh, happy midsummer. Oh! Oh, so... Okay, so the quote pulls out... I understand. When it hits quote, it pulls out all the slashes. Huh. How am I going to do this? Okay, I'm not sure, but someone remind me to deal with that later. The old place! That's right, Aragorn. Instead of being here, beneath the mighty, powerful, muscly, soft arms of Cthulhu, we were at the old place. That's right. This was also, if everybody recalls, but before I had a green screen, for Paul Prospero, I was hanging a big black curtain behind me. And for Sergey, which was great, honestly. What's that sound? Oh, some squirrels are fighting. How lovely. Thank you, Crosshair. Love that. Yeah, I'll make sure that goes in anyway, either way. Does? Oh, the bottom of the... I don't know what the frickin'... Oh, God, sorry. Crosshair. Ooh. I mean, like, I'll do it on my end, too, here. But why? What was I going to say about the black curtain? Oh, yes. And then because I wanted black and white for Striker, I didn't realize you could apply green screen before black and white. So I was like, well, I can't use a green screen because I'm in black and white. Like, what a dope. Oh, different bot. I think. Yeah, I mean, oh, God. Man, we should really standardize. Sorry, all I can hear is squirrels, like, running around and being really excited. And I think it's because they all overwintered in my garage. Which is not good. But I think they're very excited to be like, whoa! Running around like, wow, what a great day! Edit. Pow. Yeah. Oh, alright, well, whatever. Be wild and chaotic. You frickin' better believe it, Flower. I will. Welcome back to Doomed, everybody. As always, if you are watching on the VOD, why are you watching this? Skip to the action down below. Unless you love this banter. God, if you're not here for the banter, I don't know what you're here for. Thank you, Crosshair. Hey, anyway. As always, we'll do a quick little recap, and then we'll dive in. Okay, Theological Bear, salute. I can do this. Scott, I think the best way to describe him would be inexplicable. Very good. Man, all I can hear is, like, squirrels going nuts over by my garage. Okay, focus. Scott, focus up. As I was saying before people started pouring in, which is fantastic, and hello. I'm very excited to wrap up this campaign, even though it is starting to drag on. Spawning dragons. Just because I'm not here next Saturday. I am really enjoying Marion, and I am really enjoying this story. I think a number of factors have perhaps conspired against her, but you know, what doesn't in this world? But I'm mostly excited because I've got lots more Doomed content coming your way. Graspy Loot and I have a campaign planned. Crosshair and I have a campaign planned. I have heard mutterings and rumblings for ages now about folks being interested in doing, and I only sigh because it's going to be so insane, a 4-player standalone. The Midwinter Gala would be fun because it's a gala, 4 players. Or, this summer, there will be the release of Film Fatale, which is a, you know, femme fatale noir film Hollywood scenario, which should be fun. Oh dear. Can't quite put my finger on it. Tee-hee-hee-hee. So anyway, there's lots to be done, and I'm very excited about it. If we recall, Marion Tavares is in the middle of an expedition to the ancient alien continent of Relia. Now, I say alien not in the sense of extraterrestrial, but it's extraterrestrial in origin, but it is here on Earth. She is part of an expedition sent by Mr. Tillingist. I can't remember the guy's first name. I never can, and it's fine. It's probably Willie Tilly. That's Crosshair. Let's go with next June. We should be safe here, right? You're not wrong. I mean, at the rate this fucking campaign is going, it's gonna be September before I do anything else. Yeah, she is here attempting to, you know, pay off her life debt essentially to Tillingist. She is, you know, part of the expedition into this old, ancient, crumbling, drowned city, which is slowly rising to the surface. What do they do to be so special, huh? You may be terrestrial, but I am extraterrestrial. The things she has seen and experienced here in or on, I guess, Relia, or beneath, perhaps, have been truly terrifying. And I think one big sort of story element that I am really enjoying that I want to highlight here, presumably because it will come up again, is that back in Arkham when this whole event started, she found a body in whose pockets were scraps of a language that she could not understand, an alien script. And ever since coming to Relia, she's been finding more and more of these glyphs, and something within her just knows somehow what these glyphs mean. She's not piecing it together. She's not... Terra Plus. Oh shit, really? Flower? That's a great price for a second world that we haven't overrun with smog yet. You know what I mean? Anyway, the impulse, the sort of supernatural element that is helping her decipher, or I guess intuit what these glyphs mean, is a previous life of Marion, something she was not aware of until she ventured into this place. She used to be known as Gret Wagner, the Purifier, some sort of zealous paladin-like figure who would put down corrupted creatures across the world. Now, we don't know much about Gret because, you know, it was presumably hundreds of years ago, or perhaps even a parallel universe, we don't know. But we do know that Marion has a connection to this spirit and is being overwhelmed with the desire to also destroy, purify the corrupted creatures. Arkham Librarian, hello. Welcome to Doomed. I, too, am excited. We definitely haven't played this scenario before. Marion... Sorry, I'm just going to fix my green screen here. Marion had a bit of an opium haze dream where she dreamt of doom and destruction, but, you know, we're we're in the midst of fixing that up. I think I have to go 480. Nope, that's the wrong way. Better. Better. Great. Gret Wagner Blackwood. Flower, where are you getting this information from? I didn't know there was lore. Actually, if there is lore around Gret, this is very important for me. For us, for Doomed, for the stream. Okay, team. As we recall, let's see, what are some highlights of her trek through the Drowned City so far? Very cool. Okay, that does make... so part of the extended Arkham universe. Fantastico. They went through the western approach, the western wall, down into the murky depths, found this strange orrery beneath a dome that Marion and co. tried to unflood to get at, but were unsuccessful. Venturing further in, they found can only be described as a nest, a hatchery for these strange alien beings. Marion, again, is no scientist, but she's observed that there seem to be two kinds of creatures living here. The larger alien monstrosities, and some other form of almost parasitic creature. Perhaps there's some sort of symbiotic relationship between them, but she does not know much about that. Let's remind ourselves where we were starting from. Marion, of course, just woke up from her opium-addled sleep and went, Doom! Time seems to slip away as you follow the dark tunnels out of the heart of the city. Eventually, the constant churn and thrum of machinery melts away, replaced by an ominous silence. Thanks, Aaron. That's how I wake up most days, too, actually. Andy has only just proposed that you turn around to find another route when the endless stairs come to a stop. An intricately carved door is set in the ceiling above you. Blanky Cat, hello! Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I was just doing the recap of the story so far, but we're about to dive into Marion's attempt at the court of the ancients after having had a premonition of doom. Powered by opium. Hashtag powered by opium. Pressing a panel in its center reveals a vast, airy structure that vaguely resembles the nave of some ancient alien cathedral. A towering lift dominates the center, surrounded by spiraling ringed floors. The walls are covered in countless alien glyphs pulsing with green light. You wonder if the Great Archive might hold anything valuable. Some people are powered by motivation. Marion, powered by opium. Okay. So, we have the Great Lift at the bottom, which is where we start as well. It's inactive. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just making sure that we know what we're doing here. Agenda 1A. That's fine. That's been done. removed 2 other cards in the star spawn encounter set from that's already been done. We begin play the East Antechamber. Okay. Oh yes. Well, Flower, let's before before I actually dive in. Yeah. Let's talk about what a win would look like here, okay? I think we know that the Optimum Prime. I think by the time they invented Transformers, they were like, opium's not good. I think it's probably what happened there. Hang on. Do I still have Muzak? Do. Great. Great. Okay. I think the ideal version of this scenario, the ideal outcome for this scenario is clearing all of the victory point enemies, getting 4 clues and 3 glyphs, and then unlocking the place that has some sort of other glyph thing, and then taking it and riding the elevator up to the surface. Realistically, that would probably net a few XP and another artifact. The Arkham Librarian is correct. I think the win here is resigning safely with 1 victory point, maybe 2. Oh yeah. We'll see. This expedition is brought to you by our sponsor, Doc Pim's Opium Seeds. Okay. All right. We have shuffled in the Inescapable Encounter set, not the Inescapable itself. We may choose 1 earned artifact or 1 item, so we're not taking the opium. My kids. Now, we discussed this last time. Weirdly enough, I still don't think the alien tablet's actually going to be that helpful. I didn't see that many things that would have been that useful, and we never saw any of the glyph cards. The gear heals and moves a non-elite enemy. Blanky Cat, great. I will get back to you in a quick second. The title tablet does very little, because there's no flooding happening here. I think I might take the diving suit, if only because it has 3 freaking health on it. Oh yeah. Well, hang on, Crosshair. Which one are we talking about here? This thing? Not really, yeah. We'll have to see what it is. Blanky Cat, let me just quickly check my Arkham DB, because I'm not sure. I will say, Blanky Cat, we have been... So I have not been getting much, mostly because we had a bit of a rough start in Scenario 1. A very rough start. I think you might have even been here. I have 18 XP, and I'm at, like, over halfway through the campaign. And I think a lot of that comes down to just slow rolling, not too much XP, didn't get going fast, lost a few scenarios, and now we're in trouble. We're gonna take the diving suit. Yeah, it's rough. That's okay. That's all right. Who needs XP when you have the power of friendship? Marion is suiting up. Just putting on some armor, basically. All right. Let's shuffle everything here, right? All right. Oh, it's Agenda 2A. Where's Agenda 1A? Oh, there it is. Well, that's funny. And is that Act 1? Okay. Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's the opposite of a snowball, right? It's like a mud rock. The massive tower rises above you, promising enticing knowledge and forbidden truths. Ooh! However, the imminent peril of navigating the ancient crumbling structure comes into sharp focus as a chunk of obsidian crashes down nearby. For all its grandeur, you are not safe here. Nice. I don't think I ever played that DLC. Damn, I should, though. Act 1A, Steps of Giants. I now know, or rather, Marion's premonition is now going to help us understand what we need to do or not do. The halls and tall ceilings are divided into massive stacks, like the shelves of a library. Oh, is it actually? Oh, shit. Okay. I never played XCOM 2. That would be that. I really should, because I liked XCOM 1, and apparently it's just better, just iterated better. There is so much you can learn here. Excuse me. Action. Spend a clue. Discard the top 8 cards of the encounter deck, because there's only 1 investigator. Draw a glyph card discarded by this effect. Then 1 at a time, draw each omen card discarded by this effect. And we need to activate the Great Lift. Lol. Lol. Okay. As a reminder, skulls are -X the number of glyph cards in the victory display, 0. Cultists, we have a couple. Cultists, I've had a few. -2, -4 instead if there's a stowaway enemy at your location. No tablets. Elder things are -4. If this token is revealed during an attack or evasion attempt, take a damage or a horror. Now, Marion knows that something, or rather, her premonition was that something will come alive when the lift does as well. Glyphs, you say? That's right, Blanky Cat. Annoyingly, Blanky Cat, we didn't even see it. Long story short, I'll give you the short version, Blanky Cat. Last week, we ran this scenario, and it was a disaster. I didn't realize there was a big beast on the opposite side of the Great Lift. I drew a bunch of weaknesses. No healing, just absolute trash. Couldn't do much damage, would have died. Couldn't even get up to the top floor to try to escape. So it was hard. Didn't see any glyphs. Don't know what they are. Don't know what they do. This time, we're coming in prepared. The laudanum that Marion had to help her slip into a dreamless sleep, in fact, did not give her a dreamless sleep. It gave her a dreamed sleep, a charmed sleep, a sleep full of doom. I think it's time. Yes, XCOM Enemy Unknown was one. That sounds right. Apocalypse. Ooh. All right, my friends. Marion stands at the east antechamber. The floor of this chamber is dominated by a large circular slab covered in intricate alien carvings. Walking on its surface feels distinctly different than the other parts of the tower. The slab may cover a passage leading deeper into the city. As a reminder, there's also an ancient altar right near the east antechamber, but you cannot enter this location unless there's 3 or more glyph cards in the victory display, and we also need to spend 4 clues. I just don't think we're getting in there. Let's just see if we can find some victory points and survive. Now that Marion knows what to expect, perhaps there's something we can do. Oh, I never even saw that crosshair. I should play. Oh, I miss XCOM now. This isn't about XCOM. This is about survival. All right, my friends. We're already there. I didn't know this was the second time. Currently, what? Oh, okay, cool, Blanky Cat. Yeah, I didn't even upload the first attempt at this to the VODs, just because I want this to be the quote-unquote official version. Yeah, this is about XCOM. Marion. Marion? How dare you? Let's go ahead, guys. We're going to draw our opening hand. See about activating this great lift, finding some knowledge, and survive the drowned city. Let's get doomed. Pow! Okay. Absolute trash. I think this is a full mulligan. Let's have a look. Look what I found as clues, which is fine. Sweeping kick. It's just a tree. Oh, Jesse. Sweeping kick is good to have, but I really don't want anything else. Ready for anything is card draw, which I do like as well, but I don't... Like, I want my hallowed mirror. I want my frickin' crowbar. I want anything. Pow! What the Oh, okay, hallowed mirror. All right. And crowbar. Okay. All right. Shuffle up. Marion stands, feeling the strange stone slab that they must have moved in order to come through here, and looks around the massive antechamber. I will reveal the antechamber, which removes a task, a use, a discovery from No Place Like Home. This is the east antechamber, which allows us to spend clues to move the lift down. So if you were playing multiplayer, someone could summon the lift for you. Obviously, that's not where we're at, but that's okay. Okay, Marion. Takes a deep, shaky breath and looks towards the elevator. The platform, dead, dark, cold. I'm going to play the Hallowed Mirror. From deep below the staircase that they had walked up, taking what felt like years. Sorry, let me just adjust my microphone here. Marion can hear that strange, soothing music coming back up. She does not know what it means. She does not know who or what is making it, but she does know wherever that music is coming from presages or presages. Is it presage or presage? It's probably presage, right? Presages calm, peace. She takes a moment to breathe it in. I'm going to play a soothing melody and heal a damage and a horror. And I'm going to draw a card. Did I shuffle? Presage. I think I shuffled. Draw a card. Reaction. Presage. Yeah, right. Okay, good. Perfect. Draw a card. You may... Sorry. After you play an event, draw a card. You may play a different event from your hand. I will. It's a soothing melody. I'm going to heal again. 1 damage and 1 horror. And it allows me to draw a card. Okay. Presagi. Presagi. Last action. I'm gonna fuck it up. Like dressage. Oh, presage. Guys, stop. Stop it. Oh, don't actually. I love chat. 3 resources. I need more resources. What's important here? I think Gret is better. Strictly better than Andy. I don't mind Andy. Oh! If your location has no clues on it, ignore the first attack of opportunity made against you each round. This could be very good, actually. Got it. Okay, theological bear. Let me try this. Presag Sharpie. The reason I'm looking at Andy from a mechanical standpoint is because we know we're going to be on a location with no clues with an enemy. So if it allows me to ignore the attack of opportunity made against you each round on a location with no clues, this feels important. However, do I just need more money? Yes, and I can afford to take time. I'm going to take a resource. Yeah, I played the Hallowed Mirror. I played a melody, which played me into another melody, and then I'm going to take a resource. Presage. Presage. Presage nod. Got it. Marion shoots an arm out. Oh, fuck, you're right, Flower. Shit. That's fine. You know what? We gotta do what we gotta do. I couldn't have played Andy. I could have played the crowbar and gone down to 0 resources, but I don't... It's useful, but I think it's more useful to try to get more money out, and we'll see where we're at. Okay. Marion shoots an arm out to prevent Andy from heading towards the elevator platform, I guess. And she kind of puts a finger to her lips and then turns towards him. Andy, I know you're probably not going to believe me, but last night I had a dream. It was not a regular dream, Andy, okay? I know what's about to happen. That thing is a giant lift, and underneath it is a beast, even larger than any of the other ones we've seen yet. Andy goes... White would not be correct. Gray. Andy goes sort of an ashen gray as he looks into Marion's eyes to see if she's, for some reason, joking. He nods. What are we gonna do? Oh, fuck, Flower, that'd be so good. Let's go ahead and upkeep. Fuck. Okay. Sorry, let me continue the narrative here. Ready? What are we gonna do? Don't worry, Andy. I'll do it myself. Now, what sucks about this, of course, is I need 3 events. to discard, and I only have one event, and I desperately want to play it. Okay. We go to the mythos phase. We go to 1 out of 6 doom. I'm going to shuffle the encounter deck. Marion's staring at the lift, trying to figure out if there is some way of rigging it with explosives that they don't have. Or maybe lifting it slightly so that when the beast arrives, it can be crushed underneath. A sudden sharp stabbing feeling in her arm causes her to reach down and slap at what she assumes is a fly or an insect before remembering where she is. Oh no. What was that, she thinks? Did she just see something wriggle down into her skin? This is infected. After you end your turn at a location with another investigator or a stowaway enemy, place a doom on infected. I can test willpower 3 to discard it, or take a damage if I really want to. Okay, we're back around. I am infected, but no stowaways yet, so that's okay. Do we just draw? Do we just draw and hope to find enough events to get rid of? Because, like, the thing that happened last time is we got into the fight a little too fast and we weren't ready, right? That's what happened. I think I want Andy down, just because it will really help with the elevator. And I want the... Well, then I wouldn't want the crowbar down, right? So, I think we're going to draw a card to start. 1-2 punch. And another fantastic event that I would rather not discard. Second action, I'm going to draw another card. Marion is still preparing. Determined. And last action, I'm going to play Andy Van Nortwick. Go down to 1 resource, take an intellect. She kind of grits her teeth and thinks, damn it, there's nothing I can do. We're just going to have to fight this thing when it arrives. Andy, I need you to understand. When that thing starts, when we are able to power it up, this beast is going to be my problem. I'm going to do it myself. What I need you to do is try to figure out how to get that thing moving up as fast as it can. When we get to the top, we can escape. She nods like, trust me. No enemies, so I go to upkeep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in hand. An event, and an event. This is good. I might honestly just start ditching them, although these are the events that I'm going to want, so I don't want to ditch these if I can help it. We go to 2 out of 6 doom. Marion's still continuing to stare down the barrel of the great lift, knowing that there is something waiting for her there. Wow. Look at the art on this thing. So, this is Cthulhu Thang. Something I think I've only just noticed now is that the rock face to his right is obvious, and I think it's quite obvious at the distance that you are all from the screen. That is not a rock face that this man is T-posing in front of. That is the rock-hard abs of Cthulhu himself. Test Combat 3. If you fail, you must either take 2 horror or deal a direct damage to myself. I have to take directed damage to myself. Marion. Yeah. All praise the Eldritch Gooch. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? From across the lift, there is another antechamber, and nothing but silence and dust, kind of motes floating in the air. But from behind her, somewhere deeper inside the, well, what does this say here? It says the stairway winding up the column is obstructed by gates, each one featuring a glowing alien symbol. From somewhere up the tower behind her, she can hear of the voice of what might even be a human, speaking words that no human knows how to speak. and a shudder runs through the place. I would like to test this combat. I want to pass if I can help it. Because yeah, I would like to pass. I don't want to take 2 horror or 1 damage if I can help it. I'm already 1 up. Let's look at the bag. Let's go to the bag. About half the tokens pass. In the most recent update to this mod, there's like a cumulative odds thing for the Chaos Bag, which I love, but I haven't updated this because of all the stuff going on in this campaign. If I can put in 1 icon, I'll be 2 up, which will help a lot. So, let's put in a single icon. Let's put in 3 icons. Okay. I don't want to discard my events because I really want to get rid of I'll do it myself at some point, because that's going to be my big thing. 4 intellect's not enough to like investigate. Oh, but we talked about this. I don't want the crowbar. Yeah, Flower, you're not wrong. I've taken the initiative so many times. I'm going to commit this crowbar and probably regret that. But sorry, I should have said 5 to 3. Elder Sign, fantastic. A shudder may run through the building, but it does not run through the blood of Marion, who, looking up towards this spire in the sky behind them, thinks that's not my problem. An Elder Sign. Search the top 3 cards of your deck for an event. Shuffle the rest in. You love to see it, because right away I'm going to discard 3 events from my hand to I'll do it myself. Galvanize. I have another 1-2 punch. I'm going to hope to get it back. And a Glimmer of Hope. Okay. I'll do this. I want to keep my glimmers sort of nearby because I need to remember that I have access to them. Okay. Marion grins, thinking to herself, not so bad, not so bad. I now have 4 intellect, and I could start gathering the clues I need, because, as a reminder, I need to activate the Great Lift, which just means taking the clue off of the Great Lift. I currently have the ability to do a couple damage. I probably need a lot more. Glimmer of Hope will be quite nice. It's a good question. It's less damage. I think it's the automatic evasion that appeals to me, Flower, because it means that if I draw into, like, when I'm gonna start getting swamped by enemies, I'm thinking evading one of the smaller fries, or maybe even the big fry, would be good. It's a good question, though, because, like, this is a 3 damage hit, although it's over 2 tests. It's just like, man, I wish I could get them. I wish I could keep them both. No. Yeah. That's my thought. The best and correct choice. It's 1 fewer damage. I do agree with you. Evasion is wildly underrated here. Okay, we're back in. What do I want to be doing? I want to be getting clues. I want to start moving, and I need more damage, which means I need more events. Which means I'm going to draw a card and then maybe get a clue and then keep going? Draw? Sounds good. This will be nice. I don't have any horror to heal, but I will eventually. I'm going to investigate, or rather Andy and I are going to investigate this 3-shroud location. I'm only 1 up, but I think that's okay. Let's do it. 4 to 3. -1. We get a clue. Last action, I'm going to move into the Great Lift. I think I want more music, not less. Yeah. Can y'all hear that? I can't. Oh, it's just a very weird track. There we go. Excellent. Marion looks around, strides into the lift. Her boots clang on the floor, but there is no sound from below. There is a creature there. Her vision was not just a dream. It couldn't have been. This seeing the lift in motion. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually, Flower. That's a really good idea, actually, Flower. It's an action, or is it free trigger? It's an action. So I'll do it next turn, but that's a really good idea. Seeing the inactive, dark, cold lift here, she just knows what's to happen next, but perhaps she can change her own future? I'm going to upkeep. A dynamite blast! Hell yeah. Oh yeah, Flower, exactly. This is a fast... So, bringing up the rear, Ruby Standish kind of steps up onto the... back into the antechamber and looks ahead to see Marion. Yeah, exactly. Well, Flower, so here's the thing. Marion didn't. And then coming up the stairs, Ruby Standish places a large crate on the floor and wipes a bit of sweat from her brow. Marion, did you say you wanted something that goes boom? We go to 3 out of 6 Doom, and we draw an encounter card. Now, have I actually done anything? Not really, but that's all right. It's fine. We draw an encounter card. Drawn to Darkness. Ruh-roh. Your maximum hand size is reduced by 3. When your turn ends, if you have no cards in hand, I can discard it. Well, okay, so I need to start using this fucking shit. All right, let's do it. Action 1. Action, because I could move and get a clue and then spend it. No, but action 1, we're going to spend a clue. And we're going to discard the top 8 cards of the encounter deck. Draw 1 glyph, then 1 at a time, draw each omen, discard it. Let us do this in a fun, casino-style way. I'm going to lay out all the cards, and then we're going to flip them over one by one. Spooky. Marion knows how she will activate the elevator, the lift, as she's seen it before in her dream, but wants to believe that there is something else that she can do. This is a monster and a stowaway. This is a terror treachery. This is also a terror treachery. This is a power treachery. Uh-oh. This is a power treachery. This is a hazard treachery. Uh-oh. This is a power treachery. And this is a single omen. Okay. I've discarded. So actually, nothing happens? Sorry, not nothing. Something happens. If we recall, this was one of the first treacheries I drew in the first run of this. Marion closes her eyes, and she can almost hear her own kind of gears turning as she realizes that something needs to happen before she can start. Test Willpower 3. If the investigators have translated 10 or more glyphs, we have not. We've only translated 9 so far. If you fail, you must shuffle 1 glyph in play into the encounter deck, yuck, or take a direct horror and discard a card at random from your hand. That's fine. I'm going to commit to this test because I've got a lower hand size anyway. I have completed 1 action. Have I completed 1 action? No, I'm still resolving it. It loses a wild for each action that has been completed. This is still my first action. I'm going to go 5 to 3 on this test. Take the initiative to poke the eye of God itself. Let's 5 to 3, please. A skull, 0. Nothing happens. She smiles once more. I need to get rid of another card. Stooge. Boop. Yeah, exactly. One of these, and then one of these. Boop. Fucking hell. I am not at a point where I want to start fighting the thing yet. So I could move and investigate to get another clue. I think that's the play. I'm going to move into the west antechamber. The once grand archway that opened out onto the streets of Relia has long since collapsed. Any hope of exit dashed by the choked rubble. It's got the same free trigger effect that allows me to move the elevator, but I don't need to move it. I'd love to move it down, 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 and just crush the thing underneath it. Third and final action, I will investigate. I have 4 intellect. I will commit really going to commit Gret Wagner? I need to get rid of something. Take the initiative has 1 wild, but I'd rather keep that for like a better action. Fucking hell. I'm going to lose Andy at some point. I'm really going to want Gret. No, we're going to keep the take because I think I'm going to have to hit another willpower test at some point. 6 to 3. Great. Great, fantastic. Get the clue. I can once again try to find a glyph in amongst all of the junk. Great. Yeah, it is great, isn't it? Remind me myself. That went great. I have to draw a card before I check my hand size. That's okay. That's fine. I'm sure I won't want something. Marion, again, looks about here in the west antechamber now, nervous to start working on the lift, but knowing that perhaps it is only her destiny. There are no ready enemies, so we go to upkeep, where I draw a card and gain a resource. Toe-to-toe. I now have to discard down to my maximum hand size, which is 5. Determined on sweeping kick will be good, or on toe-to-toe even. Because if it's honest, if the skill test is successful and it's on an event, I can get determined back. So that's all pretty good. I think we discard the ready for anything because I haven't taken any horror. I'm gonna regret that, I'm sure. Because she's not ready for anything. She's specifically ready for what she's predicted. We go to 4 out of 6 Doom. The lift stands, again, cold in front of her. We draw an encounter card. It's a stowaway drone. Aloof. Patrol. Let's have a look at this guy. As a reminder, I have some things that interact with stowaways. Ew, what is this? Ugh. Marion turns back towards the lift and then hears a sliding, slurping sound along the ground. Aloof. Patrol. Patrols to the nearest other enemy with no doom on it. Forced. When the enemy phase ends, place a doom on another non-elite enemy at this location and then discard stowaway drone, because it's stowing away inside other creatures. Yuck. Yes. So let's remind ourselves here. Cultists are -4 because there's a stowaway here. And Infected says, after you end your turn at a location with another investigator or a stowaway enemy, place a doom on it. So I think I need to kill this thing, even though that's going to take me some time. Engage. Fight. Then spend the clue? I guess? Maybe that's the play. Yeah. Because I would love to just... Yeah, I think I want to get rid of this thing. And I don't have any reason to keep it around. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeesh. Yeah, and even... Oh, hang on. So if I... Actually, though, if I move away, then it won't patrol to me because I'm not an enemy. It patrols towards the nearest other enemy with no doom on it. But of course, yes, that will be... Eventually, that'll be, as you say, the elevator slug. What a sweetheart. I still think I want to get rid of this guy, though. Yeah, but I don't want it at my location. I think I just want to get rid of... Yeah, I think so too, Crosshair, but I still think I want to kill this thing. So I'm going to engage it. And then I'm going to just... Marion's going to be like, not today! Oh, sorry, I should have removed a discovery from No Place Like Home. And she's going to just try to step on this thing. Squish, 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 squish. I'm fighting at 4 to 2. +1. And one heck of a callback. Last action. I might regret this, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to discard. I'm going to spend another clue. Marion easily smushes the strange worm-like creatures beneath her feet. And silence reigns once more in the west antechamber. She is becoming concerned that there is life here. I wanted some dramatic tension there from the music, apparently. She's becoming concerned that there is life here in Relia that does not belong, and that will do anything to escape. She looks around at the rest of the crew, all poking at things in the lift, and thinks, what if they're already infected? Will I have the strength I need to do what needs to be done? My last action will be, again, discarding the top 8 cards of the encounter deck. We're looking for glyphs, which, you know what? It'd be pretty rude if there were none in the encounter deck this whole time. Yeah, exactly. Still behind you is a scheme. That's great. That's gone. Omen. It's fucking Cosmic Omen again. Cthulhu Fatang is gone. Glyph. Enemy. Oh god. Okay, alright, hang on. I'm just gonna keep drawing. No, hang on. It says... Yeah, discard the top 8 cards. Oh boy. Okay, let's keep looking. Oh god. Okay, alright. That's also a glyph. Enemy? Hang on, we're gonna see what it does here. This is a Terror Treachery. I'm gonna discard that. Monster Starspawn Elite. Holy shit, get that out of here. And a Hazard. Okay. Draw 1 glyph card discarded by this effect. Then, one at a time, draw each Omen card discarded by this effect. So annoyingly, it looks like... So we can only draw 1. Why would I want both? This is... Okay, let's talk. The Weaver of Nightmares or the Observer of Dreams? I know the answer to this question. Fucking Marion summoned the Weaver of Nightmares, for sure. I'm gonna look at the glyphs as well. This is a circle with a dot. Yeah, that's my question as well. And then this was Little Wave. Because I want to... Oh! The Little Wave is on the title tablet. So I think I gotta check that instead. The Observer of Dreams. Well, maybe we don't... Maybe we haven't summoned the Weaver of Nightmares. Holy shit, this thing is terrifying. Alright. They do have victory, which is great news. Alright, let's have a look at this thing. Because now... Screaming down from out of the sky. Yeah, so... kind of annoying, Crosshair, because... Theoretically, I want 3 or more glyphs. But I also don't want... elite glyph enemies. Oh my god. Marion can feel something watching as she turns slowly back towards the lift and looks up into the darkness above. There glimmers a little light, and she thinks maybe that's the sun, and then suddenly the glimmer is moving and swooping down towards her. This is the Observer of Dreams. It says, if the investigators have translated 10 or more glyphs, this enemy gains Relentless. Yuck, but I'm pretty sure we've only done 9, but I'll check. Forced, when you defeat this enemy. Yeah. Look at the dude on the left, right? Yeah, exactly. In your campaign log, record dreams. Under that certain glyph, this glyph has been translated. Victory 1, 1 damage, 1 horror. Horror 3, 4, 3. However, sorry. Let's check how many glyphs. I'm pretty sure it's 9. And then I'm gonna test this Cosmic Omen again, because the Omen is this fucking thing that has been watching this whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Soon to be 10. Holy shit, that's loud. There we go. We have to test Willpower 3 again. If you fail, you must take a direct horror and discard a card at random from your hand. Yucky ducky. However, I have completed 2 actions. And it's just a if you fail, so I'm not going to be able to succeed. I'm not committing my Dynamite Blast to this. But I may as well commit my Take the Initiative, because I'm going to have to discard something anyway, so I'm going to... It's +1, so I'm at 3 to 3. Draw good? Fuck. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. It's a little sad. No, Crosshair, no! Marion realizes now what the vision was trying to show her. She should not have been waiting for the beast beneath the lift to try to destroy it. She should have been looking up this whole time. What is that feeling of being watched? By what? Take a direct horror. Discard a card at random from your hand. This is a random card. Here we go. Toe-to-toe. Hashtag sad. It's fine. Oh, God. Andy fucking screams. This is a stowaway. This is not a stowaway enemy. Okay. Andy screams and dives for cover as the beast swoops down, shrieking towards Marion. In the enemy phase, I take a damage and a horror. I'll put the horror on Andy because he's terrified. And I'll put the damage on Mr. Diving Suit. Yeah, clearly, Flower, I should not be abusing the Gret Wagner, living through time thing. This is victory 1, though. And if I can get this, then I can maybe get the next. Maybe I can kill the big beastie and then I can have 2 or something. Yeah, when any amount of damage would be placed on you, place it on the diving suit. Oh, excuse me. Yes, correct. Correct to both of you. Thank you. I had forgotten because I was like, it's a diving suit. That's not useful here. But it's very specifically I must. Fine by me. Yeah. So, yes, Flower. Unfortunately, the reality is, if I put this in the victory display, there's a good shot that it will shuffle back into the encounter deck. So ideally, I want to kill it and then get the fuck out of here. Upkeep. Draws me a soothing melody. How cute. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. It readies some stuff. I have 4 cards in hand. We go to 5 out of 6 doom. Things are beginning to crumble. Or the city is about to start crumbling. I'm wondering if I can combine attacks and things and maybe try to get the lift dead or whatever. Thelia, hello. Welcome to Doomed, and to the stream more generally. Happy to have you with us. How are you? Last time I caught you, we were doing a really fun mystery stream, but I feel like a lot of folks were pretty tired. But how are you? Happy Saturday? It's a gorgeous day here, at least. 5 out of 6 Doom. Marion looks down at her suit, her one arm, no weapon, nothing, and thinks to herself, if this creature is meant to observe my dreams, then I will destroy it. I will purify it. I will cleanse it with fire. Wait, what? What? What the fuck is this? Oh, lovely, Thelia. Sorry, I didn't think there were going to be... Okay, there's glyphs. Revelation, sorry. If this treachery is drawn from the encounter discard pile, attach it to your location. Oh, because I would have discarded it by the effect on the act. Shit. Otherwise, discard it and it gains surge. Fucking Rip City. No, the vault! The vault is so much better than a fucking massive, horrible wasp creature. There's a vault here. Someone's been vaulting. Yeah, no need to hunt for glyphs. Shit. Oh man, why couldn't I have hit this? Alright, discard it, it gains surge. Oppressive influence. I have looked upon all the universe has to hold of horror, and even the skies of spring and flowers of summer must even ever afterward be poison to me. Let's be real. Cthulhu, absolute boss. Look at this boss babe. Test willpower X. X is your location's printed shroud. Well, that's 3. If you fail, take 2 horror. Looks like we're taking some horror, buddy. Yep, here we go. I'm going 2 to 3. +1? Nope. 0. I failed. I take 2 horror. 1 goes on me, 1 goes on Andy. The oppressive influence here that is terrifying the crew and Marion is the influence of fate itself. She thought that perhaps what she was being watched by was, I don't know, some supernatural, some deity. It's not a deity. It's this thing. This observer of dreams, this creature that does nothing but watch you while you sleep. Yeah, he is not happy, Crosshair, I'll tell you that. Okay, we're back around. If I am not mistaken, Andy says, ignore the first attack of opportunity made against you each round. So I could move, but I want to just defeat this enemy, right? yeah, some people have Hat Man. Marion has this fucking thing. Yikes or doodles. I think instead we fight. It's time for a sweeping kick. Now, obviously, this is not a sweeping kick in the martial arts sense. This is Marion doing her best to leap back wearing a bulky diving suit as the creature swipes towards her, and then trying to essentially knock one of its large limbs out from whatever it's holding on to. Sort of an inverse of the beast she saw from beneath the lift. Fight. Add your agility to your skill value for this attack. This attack deals +1 damage. If you succeed, automatically evade the attacked enemy. I am determined. 4, 3 is 7, 8 from determined. Yeah, but I'm doing it anyway. I gotta do it. I gotta do it, Flower. Yes. Okay. 2 damage. Automatically evade the attacked enemy. Get determined back. Reaction. Draw a card. You may play another event from your hand. Soothing Melody would be pretty nice here, but I can also Glimmer of Hope. Finally. So I will say this, Flower, as a quick by-the-by as we get back, as we're not even into the narrative yet here, but as we take a tangent from the narrative. I'm not saying that there aren't events to use Determined on, but I will say, considering that Marion is a guardian who clearly prioritizes fight events, or events rather, there aren't that many events with tests on them. There are some, and she can take survivor cards, so like there, you know, she can take all the improvised cards or whatever. But like when I think of guardian events, yeah, there's, you know, yeah, there's sweeping kick and 1-2 punch and like a bunch of Nathaniel's things, but like you know, scene of the crime, no test. Galvanize, no test. You know, like just I can't. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. We have drawn a card, and we now play another event from my hand. I could play... Oh, sorry. Oh, no, you may play a different event, not from your hand. So I could play a Glimmer of Hope and return it to my hand, but I think I would rather play Soothing Melody, heal a horror off of Andy and a horror off of me, and draw a card. We can run, but we can't hide. Try. Okay. Hunter's Mark is going to be really, really nice for the big beefy boy. I think I just punched this thing. I think I just fucking hit it a couple of times. I would love to defeat it so that I can... Because I could also attach Hunter's Mark to it, which would let me kill it in one hit, but then I lose Hunter's Mark, and I think it's going to be more valuable on the big guy. Marion can hear that sweet piping melody again in her ears and thinks to herself, somebody wants me to succeed. Somebody wants me to understand what my dreams hold. Somebody is calling out to me. And suddenly the pieces are falling into place. This purifier, Gret Wagner, her previous life is calling out to her from beyond wherever she is. Death, another dimension, another planet, she doesn't know. But she has been trying to reach her all of this time. I'm just going to fight it. I'm just going to punch it a couple of times. Let's do it. 4-3? Is this smart? Because I could also... Hang on, I have an idea. I could also... It doesn't have Hunter. Sorry, I was just thinking that, Flower. Obviously, I just said it. Because what I would love to do is put it in the lift, and then I would throw some dynamite at it, and because what I could do is, I am crosshair, you're right. I could engage it again and then move to the Great Lift, and then it would be there. And then next turn, investigate, get the clue, yeet the dynamite. I don't want to take 3 damage on myself, but like, I'm going to. Oh, I got so many nice fast events. Okay. Yeah, I think... Isn't that crazy? I think that's what we do, though. We're going to engage the exhausted beast and drag it with me into the lift. Because I would love to try to defeat the other creature as well. Having successfully detached one of its long claw-like appendages from the ceiling of the west antechamber, Marion... hold up. They don't ready if you engage or don't engage. I automatically evaded it, so it is exhausted and at my location. However, you can... And this is where it gets so fucking weird in Arkham, right? Because some card effects say, exhaust this enemy, but don't disengage from it. And some of them say, disengage from it, but don't exhaust it, blah, blah, blah. But it's evaded, which means it is both exhausted and disengaged from me. However, I can take an action to engage it, put it back in my threat area, and then when I move, it moves. But it's exhausted, so it can't attack me. And then in upkeep, it will ready, and it will be at the Great Lift. Yeah, exactly, Flower. And I was a bit concerned about, I was thinking about that because I mentioned, like, oh, I could, like, take an attack of opportunity. But anyway. Okay, Marion, you beautiful lady. Everything's coming up, Marion. Don't say that, Scott. Here we go. Marion watches it as it watches her, observes her even, and she thinks to herself, wait, 2 birds, 1 stone, and she shouts, Ruby, get it ready, and starts running, hurling herself back towards the Great Lift with the beast in tow. Upkeep brings us, I've had worse level 2. Ho, ho, ho! Oh, actually, no, this is, okay, whoa, hang on, this is working well here. We're going to talk about it. And it brings us a Court Keeper. As we go to 6 out of 6 Doom, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Marion is ready to defeat as many enemies as possible. As supernatural winds howl outside, the tower groans and sways like an ancient tree weathering a storm. You steady yourself against a pillar, hoping to wait out the tremor. Suddenly, you feel the pillar loosen. Stepping away, you watch the intricately carved pillar tumble down to the bottom, far below. Shuffle each omen and glyph card in the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Okay, well, we know... Okay, that's a glyph. That's an omen. Oh, God, that's a glyph. Fucking hell. I think there were maybe just a couple other omens. I'm just going to do this really fast, guys. That's an omen. Fucking hell. Okay, well, clearly the cosmic omens, the things are just, like, looking at me at this point. Okay. But it doesn't shuffle everything else in! That's nice, right? Whee! And no coral spawn or whatever. It is annoying because now I'm probably going to draw the vault again and it'll just disappear. Unstable foundations. The tower groans as Relia continues its slow ascent from the depths of the ocean. During the enemy phase, each location is considered to be connected to the location above and below it. Yeah, agreed, Flower. Not good. Forced, after the Great Lift moves, investigators at the Great Lift must test agility 2, and if you fail, take a damage. I upkept. And then now I have to draw my encounter card. The beast squawks or makes a sound sort of like a squawking, screeching, and Marion knows that it is soon to be destroyed. Shh, Flower, shush, shush, shush. Limit 1 per investigator. It does not gain surge. We're already infected, you see, so I can't be infected again. Okay. Various possible threads here that I could pull. I think there's actually only really one. I want to flip this location to get the big... Yeah, very territorial, exactly. Hey, this ship's already sailed. This lady here, she's already been colonized, buddy. Hey, I'm parasiting here. Yeah, we gotta hope, Flower, that I can just escape with some XP at this point. So I want to get this clue. Unfortunately, Andy says, if your location has no clues on it, ignore the first attack of opportunity. So what I'm going to do is investigate, take an attack of opportunity. Sounds good, Crosshair. But I'm going to have had worse. And then I'll be able to play a different event. Yeah, we love that. Okay. Action 1, investigate. Take an attack of opportunity. Marion just bats away the creature's massive talons and claws as she points at Ruby. Light the fuse! And then points at Andy. Ruby. Light the fuse! Then points at Andy and goes, get this thing fired up, buddy! Cancel up to 2 damage or horror, then gain that many resources. Reaction. It's after I play an event. Do I have to resolve the test? No, I think I resolve the... It says, after you play an event, draw a card, then you may play a different event. So yeah, I think we resolve the reaction before we resolve the actual test itself. Draw a card. You may play a different event from your hand. Oh my god. I am going to play... Sorry, it's not from your hand. It's just a different event. I'm going to play a Glimmer of Hope and pull it back to hand. We are investigating at 4-2. I am going to commit. Oh, fuck. We're going to want these glimmers, aren't we? I have so many slick-ass events to play, guys. The thing is, I would really like to succeed. I would like to succeed at this investigation. I'm 2 up. Because if I can get this clue, I can get the beast into play and I can start working on everything. Max! Are you here to help Marion survive? Bye, buddy. Max is actually... I'm just going to save because Max is actually here to claw at the back of my computer tower. Much like the Observer of Dreams is... Oh, no, he's in the window. That's nice. Much like the Observer of Dreams is here to claw at the tower and bring it down so that Marion cannot discover what the dreams are. Oh, thank you, Flower. Boop. But now that I've done that, I'm going to draw a tentacle, right? 4-2. Do I commit both glimmers, knowing that I will try to get them back before I need to try to pass a big willpower test? I really want this clue, so I think we do that, yeah. Yeah. No, I'm a wandering monster. All right, we go 4 up. My heart. My whole heart. Blah. Blah. Okay. There is a glimmer of hope somehow here. Somehow. As the fuse is being lit, and as Andy powers up the machine, we get a clue, which means forced, flip the Great Lift, which means we're going to go ahead and advance. Ancient gears, unused for millennia, grind to life with a gut-wrenching sound. The lift shudders erratically as a massive creature claws its way up through one of the holes in the floor. It would appear this monstrosity resided on the underside of the lift, and you have awakened it. Now, if I had had my glimmers of hope, I would have been able to pass this test, but that's okay. Spawn the set-aside colossal tyrant enemy at the Great Lift. Ha-ha! Choose an investigator to test agility 3, and if they succeed, exhaust it. Well, that's not going to happen. Here we go. Marion can see now how the pieces are aligning. That's actually a really good point, Flower. Yeah, of course, because I was... Fucking hell, you're right. I needed to be 4 up. Okay. Okay. The beast, as the observer of dreams screeches and tries to clamber back up into the archives above, the tyrant from below smashing up into the elevator. Okay. Oh, sorry, I should read Act 2A. Escape the tower. Your only hope is to find the relic. What relic, if you can, and get out before the entire tower crumbles around you. If you're at the twisting catwalks, resign. There's the same clue effect, trying to draw glyphs, which we know some of them are big, horrible beasties, and some of them are apparently vaults. If each surviving investigator has resigned, advance. Oh, I have to test agility 3. That's what I'm doing. I'm 3 to 3. -2. Okay. So I do not get to exhaust the tyrant. Now, ideally, I would love to move. But if I move, obviously, then the court keeper comes with me, and that defeats the whole purpose. So I think I just throw the dynamite at my own feet. Marion's just like, get down! So as the lift activates and comes to life, and green light flares, the creature screeches, the tyrant smashes, and we play Dynamite Blast. The explosion rocks the elevator shaft. I'm dealing 3 damage to myself, 2 on me, 1 has to go on the diving suit. 3 damage on the court keeper, goes in the victory display. 3 damage goes on the colossal tyrant. And I discover a glyph. As the massive blast of heat and, as it scorches Marion, she tries to dive behind the central pillar of this massive elevator. She can see above the creature, the observer of her dreams, the thing that has been watching her this whole time. She watches it turn to ash, and the only thing remaining, glowing until the very last second, is a glyph. Her inner self, her previous self, that voice, that purifying voice, says the word dreams, and it echoes over and over and over in her mind. We're looking for the glyph that says dreams. Where are ya, you son of a gun? It's this one. We have now translated 10 glyphs. I am scared. That was fast. I do not have the money for both Hunter's Mark and 1-2 Punch. Tragically. But I'm thinking we just go. Like, just keep fighting. Just keep smacking this guy around. Crosshair, welcome back. Crosshair, you'll be thrilled to hear. Marion got Andy to activate the lift just as Ruby lit the fuse on the massive amounts of dynamite. So Marion had to dive behind the great lift's central pillar to avoid dying, but she got singed. She watched this observer of dreams get fucking incinerated, but the glyph on it burned into its flesh is now etched into her mind as well. Hello, Graspy Loot. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I'll give you the Coles notes. Great. It's going a lot better. I had healed up. I managed to get rid of a weakness pretty soon. Better than last time. It's going great. I've managed to score a victory point, and I've got 3 damage on the Colossal Tyrant, who has 9 health. So I'm hoping to defeat it as well, and then I'll have a bit more breathing room in the scenario. Hopefully. Okay, we're back around. Remind me what this thing... Yes, it does, Crosshair. Yeah. Oh, in the art, too! I see what you mean. Yeah, okay, hell yeah. There he is. Marion understands now that the laudanum unlocked something in her, the power to dream and have premonitions, but perhaps that's always been something she could do. Perhaps Gret Wagner's power is the one that is aiding her. Now, I have a couple of options here. Andy Van Nortwick says, "Oh, Arkham, hello. Welcome back. We are at the lift. And my friend, Arkham, librarian, I should say, I am chuffed to bits with this narrative. Having had premonitions and visions having had the premonitions and visions from Gret, Marion's used them to her advantage to have Ruby Standish light a bunch of dynamite, which blasted one of the glyph creatures into oblivion and put 3 damage on the Colossal Tyrant. As I said before we started, if I can survive with a victory point or 2, that would be incredible. Ideally more, but, we'll see. So, it can't move. When the enemy phase ends, if there's no one at my location, or if there's no one at the elevator, I have to take a direct horror, and so does Andy. Well, you know what, Flower, if they didn't want it to be a tactic, they wouldn't have put it in the game. I'm mostly kidding. Okay. We want to kill this thing. We could, Andy says, if your location has no clues on it, ignore the first attack of opportunity made against you each round. So I could leave. But I don't have a reason to, because now Dynamite Blast was the only thing I can use at distance. I could also, when I successfully investigate this location, slide the Great Lift up or down once. And I do have a clue. Why do I have a clue? Oh yeah, from the Great Lift. So I could slide it up a couple times, get it closer to the exit, probably take some more damage, and then keep fighting it, basically. I want to do that. I want to avoid the attack of opportunity. So Marion pops up as the beast howls in pain and kind of locks its horrible claws onto the sides of the elevator shaft. And Marion goes, "Andy, get us the fuck out of here." She doesn't say fuck. And she goes, "Andy, get out of here. Hold on." If your location has no clues on it, ignore the first attack of opportunity made against you each round. I have had an attack of opportunity made against me at the round. Yes, you're right. Damn. I thought it meant the first that would... Yeah, no, that's super fair. I thought it was like, oh, but only after you've emptied the clues up. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Okay, it's fine. We're just going to keep fighting then. We're going to keep fighting, baby. It's 1-2 punch time. Fight. Nathaniel is renowned for his rapid left jab and right cross signature move, just as Marion is renowned for her signature move, slam it with a diving suit fist, and, I can't do both. Tragically. I cannot do both because of my money situation. If I Hunter's Mark... so you're probably right here, Flower. If I Hunter's Mark... if I Hunter's Mark next turn, it will be fast, and it will allow me to draw a card and maybe even play another event. Are all of my Soothing Melodies in the bin? Shit. Well, that's bad. Yeah, what I really want is more money. I think I still have an emergency cash in this deck. Time to check. Time to checkaroo. Because I don't remember what I have. I don't remember what I'm doing in my life. I do still have an emergency cash, so it is #possible. We're going to go 1-2 punch. And then I think we're just going to keep trying to clock this thing in the head. I have 4 combat, 5 with the 1-2 punch. Sorry, I'll just put it here so I know what I'm doing. I'm going to commit Determined to the first attack. Yeah. So 5, 6 to 3. It's not 4, but fuck. It'd be so much better with Hunter's Mark. Hold up. Let's think about this. Hunter's Mark gives me just a straight bonus to fighting this thing forever. Next turn, this would give me a fast event that I could play. But no, this is the play. We strap Hunter's Mark onto this thing, and we just start punching it. We just start smashing it in the head. Here we go. And then next turn I will 1-2 punch into, hopefully, some money. So I'm only 2 up now, unfortunately, but it's 5-3. Yeah, Marion, knowing now what dreams means in Relian, reaches out. There's a scorching hot piece of metal that must have fallen off of part of this lift, and she brands the creature's arm or tentacle, and it howls in pain. Yeah, heart of the cards. Perfect. Let's go 5-3. I'm just hitting it. -1. That's a hit. Let's go again. 5-3. That's not a hit. That's fine. I go to 4 4 damage. Retro. Am I out of Muzak? Yes. Okay. Okay. This is good. This is good, my friends. When damage is dealt, I can discard Hunter's Mark to deal 1 additional damage to that enemy. Having marked it, I now can essentially discard the mark to do an extra point of damage whenever I want. Whenever I want. When I deal damage, it will deal 2. Okay. God. Alright, in the enemy phase, the beast lashes out again. I take 2 damage. 1 goes on the diving suit. Thank you for your service. And 1 goes on me. Oh my god, Flower, that'd be so good. We go to upkeep. I have Crosshair. Tragically, I've only revealed 2 locations so far. Because the lift was already revealed. I've only been in the east and west antechamber. It's been so many turns, and I've basically just blown up the dream monster. We go to upkeep. I draw. Look what I found. How useful. Actually, it will be for the purposes of investigating. We go to 1 out of 8 doom. The tower shudders around her as the beast tries to maintain a grip on the lift, and as Marion tells Andy to fucking throw that thing into gear. We draw an encounter card. It's an Elder Mist! That's not good. Attach it to the nearest location without Elder Mist attached. Creeping up from below. The creature, I guess, has... Well, look, the Elder Mist isn't, like, flatulence, okay? I just want to be clear. This is... It just happens to have arrived after the creature's been hit a few times. Each investigator gets -1 to each of their stats. After an investigator at this location succeeds a skill test by 2 or more, discard the mist. That's not good. My hope is I can succeed by 2 or more. That's really what I'm hoping. Really, really, really. That would be great. Okay, the mist is here. The mists of Relia. Fucking Elder Mist bullshit. We're back around. I am going to... I would like to move the lift. I can ignore an attack of opportunity. I can also fight and do potentially 3 damage with the 1-2 punch, and then 1 more damage with the Hunter's Mark. It would be great to get rid of this thing first, the Elder Mist. So in fact, I'm going to take and then ignore an attack of opportunity to investigate my location, and I'm going to commit, look what I found, to go 5-2. Again, you know, this is Marion being like, Andy, we got to get out of here. Throw it into gear. 5-2. I'm really hoping for a big success here, buddy. Ooh, Andy? Somehow. I don't know if Marion's, like, psychically, I don't know, given him the confidence to operate this machinery, this piece of ancient machinery, or not, or if she passed along a vision of the future, but something's happened and the lift begins to move. Toast, I love a moderate success. The moderately fun pub. Hello to you, Toast. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. Okay, I've succeeded by 2. So, I will discard Elder Mist. Sorry, I have to... Hang on, it's after. After I succeeded a skill test by 2 or more. Yes, so I've succeeded a skill test by 2 or more, so I will discard the mist. Then I will slide the Great Lift up or down twice by spending a clue. And then I have to fucking take a test. Where is it? After the Great Lift moves, test Agility 2, and if I fail, I have to take a damage. Not great. Not great. We love moderate. I have to test Agility 2. I have 3 Agility. So, yeah. Well, this is it, Crosshair. I think that's it. Like, I think there's something to be said in this scenario and in this kind of campaign playthrough of, like, yeah, I think solo, I have certain assumptions when it comes to solo play that are being busted by this campaign, to be sure. But I think also you're right. Anyone who plays Arkham plays Arkham to a substantial amount is going to have like their own version of like, oh, this is what I think is effective and this is what I think is fun, and we'd work it out a little differently. I'm testing 3 to 2 with agility as the lift shoots up a couple of stories all at once. Marion tries to hold on for dear life as objects and bits of obsidian go skittering off towards the edges. 3 to 2. The number of glyph cards in the victory display, I think, is 1. So I succeed. What up? Now, this is less useful, but that's okay. I'm going to fight. Now I'm going to fight, now that I have my 4 combat back. The mist is left far below as Marion and Andy and Ruby and, well, everyone from the expedition's on the lift, right? Because we're not going back down. So they shoot up into the sky. I'm going to now fight with 1-2 punch. And I'm going to commit determined to this test. I have 4 combat, 5 with 1-2 punch, 6 with determined. I'm at 6 to 3. Sorry, 7 with hunter's mark. Is that right? 4. 5 with hunter's mark. 6 with 1-2 punch. I'll put the 1-2 punch here. What did I just say? Yeah. 4, 5 with hunter's mark, 6 with 1-2 punch, 7 with determined. I'm fighting at a 7. Marion manages to keep her balance and not go flying off towards the edge. And in fact, loosens her grip just enough to move towards the edge so she can aim a kick with a heavy boot down at the creature. Success. 1 damage. You may fight that enemy again. You may... If this skill test is successful, and it is on an event you played, you may return determined to your hand. Okay, so then now I will fight again. You get +2 and deal +1 damage. 4, 5 with hunter's mark, 7 with 1-2 punch, 8 with determined again. Fucking hell. She is determined. 2 more damage. Reaction. Draw a card. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're leaving it on. It's Gret! Wow, that's Gret. I could play another event, but I cannot. I have 0 resources. I'm basically tapped out. Fucking hell. Is that music too loud? It's probably fine. 1 action remaining. She snarls as the colossal tyrant is somehow still hanging on, but suspended a couple stories up in the air. Marion grabs a large piece of rock and aims to bring it down upon the head of the colossal tyrant. Last action, I'm just going to fight. This is less ideal, but that's okay. I am at 4 combat, 5 with the hunter's mark. So 5 to 3. To go 2 up, I would have to commit, or 4 up, I would have to commit Gret and determined. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to fight at 5 to 3. 1-2 punch goes in the bin. -1. A damage from the massive rock, and I will discard the hunter's mark to deal an additional damage as the colossal tyrant A sickening wet crunch fills the air, and Marion realizes she has been screaming this whole time. Screaming words she does not know the meaning of. Screaming bloody murder. The creature lets go, or loosens its grip enough, and begins to fall. And it falls, and it falls, and it falls, and it smashes down far below them. She gasps. I've done it. I've finally done it. She turns back. Andy, Ruby, the rest of the expedition stare at her, eyes wide. What were you saying? There are no ready enemies, so we go to upkeep. It's another hunter's mark. Okie dokie. We go to 2 out of 8 doom. I don't believe it much myself, folks. She's so hungry for blood. Oh, yes, right. So the hunter's mark, yeah. So as she brings the rock down, right, she's like screaming filth at it. And the mark upon this creature left by the imprint of the rock flares a horrible, gushing red. But that red is filled with energy and power. We go to 2 out of 8 doom. And we draw an ancient vault. Otherwise, discard it and it gains surge. Oh. This is bad. Something is still behind you, however. Test agility 2. This test gets +1 difficulty for each copy of Still Behind You in the victory display. If you fail and the inescapable is not in play, search all in and out of play areas for the inescapable and draw it. Now, I don't remember how bad the inescapable is, but it's called the inescapable. So it would make sense if I could not escape it. I would like to pass this test, please. I have 3 agility. I'm going to commit determined to go 4 to 2. I should have known. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. So, search all in or out of play areas for the inescapable and draw it. Add Still Behind You to the victory display. Marion lets out a bark of a laugh. And the tension is broken, if only for a moment. And then busting through the wall of the nearby archival room, the beast that she saw way back. I think we saw the inescapable back in the Drowned Quarter, maybe? Oh, no, it was also in the Grand Vault, I think, yeah. Not the Grand Vault. Is that the one we succeeded? Yeah, it was. Yes, that one. Yeah. Let's have a look at the inescapable. 462. Hunter Relentless spawns at any connecting location. Although I think this says... Oh, no, it just says draw it. So I will spawn it at a connecting location. Smashing through and then staring down at them. The inescapable. Force. The first time each round an Elder Thing token is revealed from the Chaos Bag, ready the inescapable and resolve its Hunter keyword. Now, as a reminder, the tower is collapsing. So during the enemy phase, enemies can move up and down. So this is not good, but at least it's been drawn and it's now over there, and we're just gonna... I think we just GTFO. I think we just GTFO. I can't visit enough locations. Yeah, literally, yeah. What? There are stairs? Fuck. Was that my encounter card draw? Yes, because I drew the glyph and I had to drop it in the bin. Man, I want more XP. So sad. If I had clues, I could get another thing, but that thing would probably be a goddamn monster. Okay, we go to the investigation phase. I'm going to politely ask Andy, as the inescapable stares back placidly, calmly, massively at the rest of the crew. Marion reaches out her arm and goes, Andy, I think we should go up. I think we should go up right now, Andy. Andy, I think you need to take us up right now. I'm going to investigate my location, 4 to 2. When I successfully investigate it, I can slide it up. Now, this is bad. And I don't think there's much I could have done. I could have committed Gret and the Hunter's Mark to be... Yeah, I'd have to have committed both to be 4 up. The real issue is... So I fail. The real issue is the Inescapable says the first time an Elder thing is revealed, resolve its Hunter keyword. So it, as Andy desperately tries to smash the lift into action, the Inescapable starts stomping, marching towards them. Second action, I'm going to ignore the first attack of opportunity made against me this round and try again. I'm going to go 4 to 2. If I strap the Hunter's Mark to it, it has 6 health. It's not worth it. This isn't worth it. How much damage? 2 damage? We're gonna try to get the hell out of here. 4 to 2, investigating. Yeah, oh, from Relentless. Shit, you're right. That's only in the enemy phase, though. Yeah, that's bad. So I do need to evade it, don't I? But I'm going to ignore the first attack of opportunity made against me to try to get out of here. I am going to not commit Gret. I'm just going to investigate again. We got to trust that Andy can do this. Andy, why can't you do this? Andy, you... Marion's like, Andy, we need to move now. Ooh, that's fun, Theological Bear. Can you tell us anything about it? This is for Werewolf, presumably? Or I know you're running other games. It does... Well, sorry, Crosshair. It does depend. I will go here. I will refer you to... The forced effect says ready the Inescapable and resolve its Hunter keyword. Brackets, it does not attack. Which is good, because that's the... Yeah. Man. Okay, well, I have to try evading it now. So that it does not attack me. In the enemy phase. Damn it, Flower, come on. I'm going to commit Hunter's Mark, I can't believe it, to go 4 to 2 on this evasion. Wait. No, I need to... Balls. I really want the Glimmers back from my discard pile. But I don't have enough resources. Rags to Riches Rebellion game. Oh, lovely, Theo. Theological, sorry. That sounds fantastic. Tell us as much as you can if you want. You don't have to, but just know that that's awesome. I hope it was a productive call. 3 to 2. Frack. Okay, 3 to 2. I need to evade this guy, or else I'm taking 4 damage in the enemy phase, which is bad, that's right. Very bad, actually. Death. It's death, so I have to commit Hunter's Mark. And go 4 to 2. -2! Is there a stowaway enemy at my location? No. Obviously, the Inescapable is not stowing away anywhere anytime soon. It's far too big. It's called the Inescapable, and it's a monster, and it's a star spawn. Okay. Evaded. Holy crap. Okay. Enemy phase. No ready enemies. Upkeep brings us a Determined. Sure. And ready the Inescapable. I'm scared. I'm so scared. I need to just resign. That's what I need to get up to the Twisting Catwalks and get the hell out of here. That was that. 3 out of 8 Doom. Dude, please no, Flower. That is what happened in the previous scenario, though. Crumbling Masonry. Man, not damage. Test Agility 2. X is your location's printed shroud. If you fail, take 2 damage. He said that the geometry of the dream place he saw was abnormal, non-Euclidean, and loathsomely redolent of spheres and dimensions apart from ours. You bet, Crosshair. It really messed me up last game, and it does mess you up whenever you see it. As an additional cost for you to play an event, as an additional cost, which means you can't bypass it, like it's a cost, right? So you have to do it. Take 1 horror. Not great. Free trigger, discard 3 events from your hand to discard I'll do it myself. So if you have enough events in hand, what hurts is losing them all, which it did, definitely, right? Yeah. Yeah, and then we, there's that, also that I have the whatever it's called in my deck still. All right, anyway, I'm testing agility. I'm testing agility. Oh, thank goodness, Flower? Yeah, phew. All right, I'm testing agility 2. I'm at 3 to 2. I don't want to die. Oh my god, I might die. -1, the number of glyph cards in the victory display. Done. Marion just manages to sidestep a massive piece of stonework crumbling in from the ceiling. Okay, that's good. This is very good. No, thank goodness, but let's just double check. This is a glyph, that's 1. This is a scheme, and this is an abomination. Oh, this thing? It's a little abomination. Okay. I can avoid the first attack of opportunity made against me because of Monsieur here, because of Andy. Okay. Theological Bear says, big post-apocalyptic setting, gods returning after a millennium of them. Okay. Causing the cataclysm. Ah, lovely. Very cool. And did I see something about a circus further up, Theo? Oh, sorry. I saw caravan and I clearly thought circus. A prison caravan. Uh-oh. A skeletal figure offers to free them. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh. Well, I hope they take the deal, although who knows what horrible effects that might have on them in the future. All right. Do I have my phone on me? No, I don't. Okay. I'm just going to quickly send a little message. Really quick. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Flower, theoretically, we take the first action to investigate my location. I have 4 intellect. I am committing Gret, and I am committing determined. Yeah, well, I mean, this is all a disaster, right? Like, everything here is a disaster. We go 6 to 2. Oh, now it works, eh, Andy? The elevator shoots up one more time. And now I must spend, or sorry, I must test agility 2. Oh, just a petty revolution. Hey, look, if you're some sort of creature from beyond the grave, man, revolutions are your right, I think. I would much rather creatures of like eternal creatures like gods and vampires and so on. I'd much rather if they preferred change over, stability. But they don't always. Okay. Sorry. What did I say? Agility 2. I'm 3 to 2. I can't commit anything. Let's just do it. Fuck, what? How many times have I drawn a +1? We don't take a damage. Is this massive? It's not. Okay. Okay. Here's where this gets funky. I need to just move and resign. Right? That's what I need to do. Escape the tower says if you are twisting catwalks, resign. So I'm just going to move and resign. Theological Bear, the situation is actually okay because Marion Tavares here, the trawler, our hero in this campaign, she's alive. That means we're okay. So I'm going to move and take 2 damage. This is what I'm concerned about, Flower. Is that it's going to be like, oh, you can't actually resign until you've done blah, blah, blah. Marion stands alone against the massive beast as it strides down and tries to crush her underfoot as she shepherds the rest of the crew, the rest of the expedition. Okay, towards the catwalks, quick, towards the sunlight. The overcast sky can be seen through holes in the ceiling above, casting dim light and dark shadows on the interlacing stone catwalks that make up the highest floor of this side of the tower. 3 shroud, 1 clue. Forced. After an enemy at twisting catwalks deals damage and or horror to you, which it did before I moved, so this doesn't count here. Choose and discard a card from your hand. It doesn't matter anyway, okay? Reaction. After you defeat an enemy at this location, discard the top X cards of the encounter deck, where X is that enemy's printed health. Draw a glyph card discarded by this effect. It'd be really, really cool if I could just, like, knock out a good 6 damage in one hit. Fast, somehow. Real quick. Just a quick 6 damage. Because that would be super dope, and I could get another glyph. However, I will choose action, resign. And I will advance. Marion runs as quickly as she can over the strange twisting catwalks that run up and down and curve left and right. She follows Ruby and Andy and hopes that they can find escape from the massive beast stomping behind them. As the catwalks narrow, she realizes the inescapable, the creature behind them, cannot fit. And indeed, when she turns, making sure not to stumble, she can see that the creature watches as they retreat into the distance. Yeet! Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love that too, Crosshair. You reach the topmost floor of the tower and search for any way to escape the collapsing structure. The paths down are choked with rubble. The openings in the ceiling seem to be your only hope. Resolution 1. That did go a lot better than I was expecting. Steeling yourself for another climb, you put one hand above the other, moving from handhold to handhold as the tower threatens to collapse under you. Eventually, you pull yourself to the lip of the shattered dome and out to safety. Andy clambers out of the ancient court, followed by the rest of the expedition. You all look down at the dazzling skyline of Relia, which seems to shift and sway strangely in the strong sea winds. Cross out Court of the Ancients on the Relia map. Fine. If the Shard of Ichlech was under the control of an investigator, we get to earn it, but I do not. Yeah, it does help when you're not surprised by it. Theological Bear, I would be chuffed. I will say, I have never played COC, and I really should, because obviously I love the theme. My usual RPG group, who you may know, so the folks over on RPG Clinic, are not big fans of Eldritch Horror generally, so that wouldn't be the group to play with, for sure. Not that I wouldn't want to play with them, because they're awesome, but, like, I just, yeah. And, like, I don't know, we're all busy, right? It's tough, but I would really enjoy it, I think. It seems complicated, too. I'm excited. Anyway. Each investigator earns experience equal to Victory X. Oh, my COC has a ring, does it, Crosshair? Good lord. Proceed to Obsidian Canyons on page 32. Oh, that sounds fine. XP 2. That's fine. That's fine. That's so much... Well, it's not so much better than I thought. It's as good as I thought I was going to do. Just out of curiosity, are we going to look at one of the crumbling archives to see if there's XP on it? No, we're not. We're not going to bother. Oh! We've done it! 2 XP. 2 XP. Well, Flower, like, you know, like a normal amount, like 30. Not 20. I guess, yeah, I don't have in front of me all of the, like... A lot of people have done the data scraping of, like, how much XP can you earn? And, like, how much should you expect to earn? And whatever. Some campaigns are stingier than others. I actually don't remember seeing that much XP here, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. Ooh. The Magnus Archives. Thanks, Theological Bear. Allow me to put that on my listaroo. The Magnus Archives. And then Seth's or Carol's. Okay. This is good, guys. I love getting a little list of things together. Okay. Yeah, XP Pinata. Yeah, well, exactly, Crosshair. So I feel like having half is not very useful for me. Oh, yeah. Oh, Obol. Did you have anything else? No, I think that helped, yeah. Okay. I bet that would, Theological Bear. Okay, well, we're about to get to the Obsidian Canyons, which is this. So there's 1, 2, and then the Doom of Arkham parts 1 and 2. 2 XP. No task. 2 XP. The fuck am I spending 2 XP on? All right, I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna spend 2 XP on. Not nearly enough. Thanks, Crosshair. Thank you, especially because, yeah, very specifically, I'm not streaming next Saturday. That said, I would really like to continue. Leadership! Dude, I would love that, Flower. When I play Carson in a 4-player, I'm just taking all support shit all the time. I can't do anything. I can just help other people be insane. Not insane, just, like, do their best. Okay. Take out the soothing melodies. Okay. So, before I navigate away from this page, let me just save, and then we're going to talk briefly here. As I mentioned at the very beginning of the stream, a lot of people said happy affiliate anniversary. Thank you. Yes, so this was my point. In the future of Doomed, it's still a bright future ahead. A bright doomed future. We have another few scenarios of this campaign. I am not free next Saturday. I'm going to come back to that in a second. Graspy Loot and I have plans to return to the Forgotten Age. Very exciting, because I feel like that's really thematic and nice. Crosshair and I have plans for a campaign or 2. I'm not sure which one, actually, but we'll talk about what we're going to say. Yes, you can, Eric Gwen. No. And, as mentioned by Crosshair, I do think it would be really fun to do a 4-player either Gala, the Midwinter Gala, or Film Fatale, which is the Hollywood one. Dibs have been called for Lola. This is fantastic. The best part, and I'm just going to say this privately, Crosshair, and no one else has to listen to this. The best part about Standalone is we get XP without, and then have to take extra weaknesses to balance it out, but we don't have to start at 0. So Lola can actually get good cards for once for a scenario. Okay. Thank you for the point, Aragwen. I agree. Obviously I agree. I have been getting... It's been very vicious. I think it is also, as I've said, pretty much every scenario so far down the line. I do think it's particularly rough for solo. I mean, I don't think my deck building and so on is helping, but I just think it's not scaling as well in that direction, but that's okay. I'm still really enjoying it. It feels flavorful, if not particularly narrative focused, but that's okay. I want to come back to something I said earlier, which was, well, 2 things. 1, lots of Doomed content in the future. Let me know if there's anything in particular you want to see on Doomed. Oh, I'd love to see you try this build. Or like, hey, don't you remember? You said you were going to do this thing. Yay, Crosshair. I'll watch, Crosshair. I'll do this. No. Okay, Frost tokens. Okay, considered. The other thing I wanted to say is, yeah, no stream for me on Saturday next week. That is because we are hosting a book club, which will be lovely. And I have a lot of prep to do for that because the house and the yard, I don't want to talk about it. However, are people open to me doing a stream midweek next week? Like, I don't know when. Should I put it on? Is it worth me doing a little poll on the Discord to be like, when are folks interested in seeing Dune? Or should I just plug it in and hope that people can see it and I'll put it on the VOD otherwise? Use. Okay, excellent. Alzul says use. Got it. Love that. If someone gets food poisoning or gets hit with a lottery truck, I will play Baby Goat. Aragwen, fantastico. Love that. Did I miss anything else here? Okay, cool. Hit me up on the Discord if there's anything else you would like to either see on Doomed or that you're particularly enjoying about it, or that you're excited to see in the future or whatever. I will post when I've decided when I'm going to continue, because I don't want to stream. I can't stream on Saturday, but I do want to stream midweek. A goat, just a goat, a baby goat man. Okay, guys, this has been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm thrilled that. I mean, I'm sad for Marion that she had her laudanum dream, her like opium dream, but I'm really glad that apparently she's like kind of psychic now, clairvoyant. It's pretty dope. Bah, you bah. As always, or as Crosshair posted, Drew Crew's in 2 hours. Come join us for that. We're having an absolute fucking blast over on Drew Crew. We always do. If you haven't been, drop by. Theological Bear, all the best with your campaign. Arkham Librarian, if you're still here. We did it, man. Je suis un pomme de terre. Fantastic. Can't deny that. All right, well, we'll see y'all next time, folks. Oh, Saren, you're here too. Wow. Okay, I'll see you guys next time on Doomed. Bye-bye.